funky.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Garrett, and today I'm going to guys the top 5 designs of the week number 34. And before going with this video, I want to say thank you guys so much for submitting your portfolios. A lot of people submitted different things this time, like advertisement designs, illustrations, motion design. So I'm very grateful for all you guys doing that. And right now, if you guys can, click that Google Forms link in the description and go submit your portfolio right now before this goes on. Get it over and done with so you don't forget. And let's get right into it. So we're starting it off with an honorable mention from BehrDesign, and he did a really cool advertisement design for Nike. And overall, I love this concept. I really like the the HUDs behind the guy, and how everything's very it fits very well together. I love the blue hue also that kind of goes throughout the whole entire piece. Now, there was 2 things that I thought you could have done a little bit better on top of this. Is you did a lot of blurring going on with the guy itself. His feet are very motion blurred out, and so is his arm that has the basketball in it. And you have the hoop kind of just like very in plain sight, no blurring going on and no nothing. I thought you could have maybe blurred at least the edges around the whole entire piece a little bit more, which would have blurred out the backboard and a little bit of the hoop. And also, the text is a little bit awkward, in the left-hand side. It's not very in your face. It's very spaced out, and I think that's where you went wrong, especially with the Nike advertisement. If you ever realize their text is very close together, very bold and very big and bright right in your face. So if you could change those couple things, I think you could have a really awesome piece. And thank you for submitting your portfolio. And let's get right into it with the 5th spot. And we have BehrDesign, who did another advertisement design. I gave him a 7.9 on this one, and this is for Ponage, which I guess is an energy drink. Not too sure what it is. Anywho, but this is a really cool concept, and I really like the whole piece itself. The render on the left-hand side is done, really well. I like how it's very glossy, and it's very right there, not too much is going on. The ring around the bottle itself is glowing, which is a really cool effect. It really matches the N on top of the Ponage text, and it's very nice and very put together well, the render at least. But when you start to get to the text and other things, that's when you kind of slow down with everything. I thought you could have maybe made the quality of the N that has kind of electricity going around it a little bit better. There's a lot of choppiness within the logo. And also on the bottom you have Ponage.com, and just the hues on some things look a little bit weird. Maybe it's the file that you saved it as. I'm not too sure how it went out, but the hues and stuff look really weird. I thought you could have maybe left that the same, or maybe change it to the Ponage color text. And the background itself has a couple weird things there. It's like a white blob is just on the right hand side. It could have been the stock you use, it could have been the energy drink stock that you use, who knows. But fixing those few things, maybe adding a little bit more lighting, could really change your whole entire piece. And overall, man, it was a really good job, and thank you for submitting. So the 4th spot, we have a social media design from Part Designs, or Pexart. I'm not too sure how that is. Give him an 8.5 on this one, and this is for Caesar. And overall, man, this is dope header. I looked at this film for the first time, and I was just super stoked, to look at it, soak it in a little bit. I love the text inside and how it has a drop shadow on each kind of letter that really separates everything. And also, the logo is just placed, inside of it, and it's just really well placed. Overall, everything was, really well put together. I like how you have things on soft light and screen in the background to kind of bring things together. The lighting on the top was done really well. What I didn't like too much that I thought you could have maybe done a little bit different is on the right hand side and the left hand side. It just kind of looks like you merged the whole entire header together and then put it on the right hand side and tilted it a little bit. That's just how I think of it. Maybe you did something else, but that's just what it looks like to me, and you blurred it out. You could have done something a little bit different. It would have added a lot more effects to it. But overall, man, really insane piece. I give you an 8.5 out of 10 on this one. So the 3rd spot, we have Illustrator. I'm not too sure if I pronounced that right. Overall, he did a logic illustration. I gave him a 9.1 on this one for 3rd place. And really, really awesome style, man. This is very clean, very put together. Very good job on shading and putting those highlights in. Very, small highlights, but very good shading. And I really have nothing bad to say about your illustrations at all. You have a really solid portfolio, and I wish you could add more kind of logo designs into this illustration style. Maybe do some logo designs for companies or little mock-ups and stuff like that would have really worked out. Your social media design is actually really good as well. Just things you have to work on is taking your time, focusing on one thing at a time. And especially with doing portraits of people, I learned this especially when I'm in school for doing art, that you really want to worry about key features of the face. Like if the nose is a certain way, you have to copy the nose. Same thing with the chin and mouth. That's what's really going to bring the whole face together, the whole portrait together. And you did a really good job doing this with Logic, and also the one that you did of Drake. So if you guys want to go check him out, the link will be in the description of his portfolio. You guys can see what everything I'm talking about. You can also contact him if you want to freelance him. But overall, man, you did a really good job on everything. I gave you 9.1 in a third place, and thank you for submitting. So with the second spot, this is when it's going to start getting tight. We have BehrDesign, which did an advertisement design for Steel Series, for the Arctis, or whatever that is, the headset. And a 9.8 on this one, and this was for the Soar headset. And I have to give it to you, I love the kind of purple accents and purple highlights that you have on top of the headset, and how it has that purple hue on it. The Soar logo in the background, everything matches really well together. What I thought you could have done a little bit better was the text you have straight in the middle that says Arctis. For some reason you have this really cool kind of effect going out through the S, the C, and also the A. That's kind of like a gradient that pops around, showing that the text is going to curve. I thought you could have maybe done that a little bit better on the R and the T as well. I can see it a little bit on the T, but it's not as clear and not as nice as the S, the C, and the A. And overall, after that, everything's done really well. The bottom left, the two logos, I think that X right there that you use maybe a little bit too bold. It's just a little things I'm going to get a little on top of. But overall, nonetheless, man, you did an insane job. The shadow that you did behind the headset was just really good. A lot of people would rather just put like a circular shadow and not worry about it. You did like an actual drop shadow, an actual casting shadow from it. So really good job on that one. The lighting again is really, really nice, how everything shines straight onto that logo and bounces off. So overall, man, nothing that bad to say about it. You did an insane job, and thank you for submitting your portfolio. And this is when it's going to get tight. We have the first spot with Prism Creates, and he got a 9.9 on the Siberia headset design. And man, I thought this was a really insane headset design. I've seen it before, I think it was on Twitter, but I've never seen it submitted. And I have to give it to him. This was kind of something that would catch your eye and make you want to purchase it. And it's something that I could see on like a billboard or like a magazine, something like that. So you did a really good job, making sure that it's going to go towards the viewers, towards like gamers, and towards, people that want to see bright, vibrant things. So breaking it down into what I think you could have done a little bit better, you added these shadows onto the Siberia 350 text that aren't supposed to be there. And if you want to understand what I'm saying, on the 350, you have the shadow that's casted on the 0 from the headset. That was done really well. But when you get to the 5, you have no shadow coming from the headset. And then when you go to the 3, you have this kind of like weird shadow in the top left-hand corner, which I don't know where that would be coming from. I personally don't know. Maybe you had an idea in your head. I could be totally, in the air about this part. And same thing with the Siberia text. You have that shadow that's in the top of the S and the I, which I don't think belongs there. It should be on the A and maybe a little bit on the I. But overall, it was really, really good. I like these kind of tech stocks that you use on top of those orange lights on the left earphone, and it's just really, really nice. And how you have the glowing and the very vibrant and very popping out colors in the bottom right hand corner and bottom left. And then you have the lighting in the top right hand corner, which really brought the whole entire thing together, like I've said. So overall, man, really, really good job. You left the price there, you left the company, everything was done extremely well, and you got a 9.9 on this one, and the first spot. So I'd be super proud on this one. I hope everyone else is super proud of the whole entire top 5 and the honorable mentions. And if you guys do want to be a part of the top 5, like I said, just go and submit your portfolio right now before it's too late. And you don't have to submit your best work. You can submit your portfolio and then add things to your portfolio as the week goes on. I check all of these at Saturday night. It's Saturday or Sunday morning right now at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm making this video. But basically, thank you all for submitting your portfolios. Thank you all for checking out these videos and subscribing to my channel. Almost have 13,000 subscribers, and I'm just so grateful for you guys. But overall, I hope you guys are having a really nice day, and school's going well, and Thanksgiving break's coming up, so I hope you guys have a really good break. And hope you guys can check out more of my videos, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys later on. Peace out.